In this video, we're going to be preparing for the Integer Operations 2 quizzes. I would like you to have this digital whiteboard open so that you can review the rules as you take the quiz. You are allowed to show your work on paper. Even if you show your work on paper though, I want you to have this digital whiteboard open so that you have the rules in front of you. We are really going to just be showing our work for changing subtraction to addition. So when you look at an example like number 1, I'm not going to show any work over here for this. So just when you see subtraction, that's when I'll want you to write down some work. 32 divided by a -4. Let's go ahead and read our multiplication division rules. Like signs, you get a positive. Unlike signs, you get a negative. So these are unlike signs, so our answer is going to be negative. Now I'm seeing a lot of students who are saying, but Ms. Eppenmeyer, there's more positives than negatives. Well, you're thinking of the addition rules. With the addition rules, when you have different signs and you subtract, you take the sign of what you have more of. But you don't take the sign of what you have more of when you're dividing or multiplying. Those rules, multiplication and division, are totally separate from the addition rules. So multiplication and division rules say, like signs you get a positive, unlike signs you get a negative. So unlike signs, we're going to automatically get a negative. And then we have to think about, well, 32 divided by 4, is that an 8 or a 9? Well, it's an 8. So we get a -8 for this first one. All right, number 2, 1 minus 3. This is an example of a problem where I would want you to show your work. We're not going to deal with subtraction. We're going to change it to addition. So I grab another color and I change subtracting 3 to adding a -3. And then once I change the subtraction to addition, it's addition and I can apply the addition rules. So in this case, the signs are different. So I'm going to subtract. 3 minus 1 is 2, and I have more negatives than positives. All right, number 3. -7 multiplied by a -12. So my multiplication and division rules say, like signs you get a positive, unlike signs you get a negative. Well, these are like signs because they're both negative numbers. We're going to get a positive. And 7 times 12 is 84. So we get positive 84. Number 4. This is already an addition problem, so nothing needs to change. We can go ahead and apply our addition rules. Signs are different. This is a -13. This is a positive 4. So you're going to subtract. 13 minus 4 is 9, and we have more negatives than positives. The other thing I want to make sure I talked about here is parentheses doesn't necessarily mean multiplication. For example, in between the parentheses, we have a sign. We have the operation addition. I shouldn't say sign, I should say operation. The operation is addition. So if you see an operation between the parentheses, it doesn't mean multiplication. This means addition. So we get a -9. -63 divided by -7, well, this is division. Like signs, you get a positive. These are like signs, they're both negatives, so we're going to get a positive. And a -63 divided by a -7 gives us a +9. All right, -7 minus 4. We're not going to deal with subtraction. We're actually going to change this to addition. So I record it with a lot of room so that I am able to change the subtraction to addition. Remember, you never change the first number, and then I need 2 changes in the middle. The subtraction becomes addition, and then we record the opposite of the 4. So this really is -7 plus a -4. So subtracting 4 is the same. Subtracting 4 is the same as adding a -4. Now that it's addition, we apply our addition rules. These signs are the same, so we will add. -7 plus a -4 gives us -11. -3 times 5. So when you see parentheses and there's no operation in between, that's when the parentheses mean multiplication. -3 times 5, well, unlike signs, you get a negative. This is a negative number, this is a positive number. Unlike signs, you get a negative. So this is -15. And then for our last problem, this is already addition, so no changes need to be made. We can just apply our addition rules. And in this example, the signs are different, so we're going to subtract. 14 minus 7 is 7, and we have more positives than negatives. And then if you're trying to get out of do list at the end, what you're going to do is you're going to go over to the puzzle piece, click do list, and then you'll click 1, and it will bring the different tabs back together.